So I've been using my old MacBook Air. It's like the Intel sort of MacBook Air for about 10 years. It has been serving me really well, and honestly, I haven't had many issues with it. It's been really, really reliable, and it does everything that I sort of need to do. It's just a little bit slow now. Because Apple did bring out a new M4 MacBook Air recently, I decided to get a new laptop. So here is my new MacBook Air M4 model. No, I'm joking. I didn't get the M4 model, I actually got the M3. I took it out of the box and here it is. I feel like they look exactly the same. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos and they pretty much are the exact same, except apparently it's just the button down here, the mute button, that the M4 has a little cross through it because it's mute, no sound, whereas this one doesn't. Apparently that's the main sort of visual difference. If I showed you this, if I said it was an M4, I don't think anyone would actually know unless they looked really carefully. Why did I get an M3 compared to an M4? Honestly, I don't really know. Before the M4 came out, I was looking at the M3s and I was actually going to get a refurbished model. I was hoping that when the M4 came out, the M3 would go on sale and the refurbished model would go on sale. What actually happened is when the M4 came out, I checked the Apple refurbished website and the M3s were gone, so I don't know where they went, but I just expected them not to come back. I did heavily sort of consider getting an M4, but I realized that the main reason was one, the hype, and two, the color. I really like blue, and obviously having a blue color, I think my phone, oh, it's filming, is blue, and it really enticed me, but from the videos that I watched, apparently it just looks like it's silver anyway, and I realized that my main purpose for a laptop is not for the color. You open it and you barely see the color anyway, so something that is functional and gets the job done, I would be more than happy with rather than spending a couple more $100, even though it's not too much, on something that's blue. I know that the M4 does have, you know, greater power. It's got the, I think it's 10 CPU and 10 GPU in terms of cores, but honestly that like tech language doesn't mean much to me. I did end up getting and I always wanted to get the 512GB storage and the 16GB RAM. So honestly, this will be more than enough, like I'm 100% sure. Obviously, I watched a lot of YouTube videos before I got it to determine whether there was a big enough difference between the M3 and the M4, and apparently even battery life, the power, like obviously it is stronger, but you don't really notice it unless you do the tests and see the numbers. So I am really happy with my purchase and I don't think I will regret it at all, especially once I start to use it a bit more. Now, I also wanted to talk a little bit about my old laptop, this bad boy here. So this one is the MacBook, it's like the 2015 model. I got it for high school, or my parents got it for me. It's the I or Intel sort of version, and oh, it almost nipped me. It has been really, really reliable. I have no issues, but it is 4GB RAM, which is, actually I lied. I do have issues, but they're very minor. It's been able to do pretty much everything that I need it to do. The battery life has still been pretty good on this one. The only thing that I had issues with was I was using ArchiCAD, which is like an architectural drafting or drawing software, and that uses a lot of RAM. The main thing that I had issues with was rendering 3D images. So when that happened, it just crashed. Even if I didn't have any other apps or softwares or things open, I literally posted it on my discussion page for the TAFE course and I said, my laptop can't handle the rendering process, is there anything I can do? And the teacher responded, or the tutor responded with, you need to get a new computer. That was very supportive of him, but I eventually did get this new one. Let's talk a little bit about the differences between the two. So gosh, they're kind of heavy even though they're MacBook Airs. So when you look at them side by side, you can tell that the older one is slightly bigger in terms of surface area compared to this one. Oh, I can't really do that. Oh my god. So like that, I think, is when you look at it side on, you can see that the old one kind of tapers off, whereas the new one, I think all of the M models are like thick bricks, or not thick, but you know, they've got a bit of substance to them. When you look at the Apple, this one's obviously white, whereas this one's got that shiny sort of finish. And when you open it up, You can see that this one, the screen kind of takes up more of the actual like top laptop bit, whereas this one, the screen is clearly defined. This one, the camera, you can't really see, whereas this one, it's got a dot. And it's also got the fingerprint sign in. So that's something new. I have noticed that with the trackpad, it feels a little bit different, like the clickiness, and also the keyboard is a little bit different too. The one thing that I don't really like about this new one, and I really liked about my old one, is that Apple has reduced the amount of ports and they don't have any USB ports. I feel like it would be thick enough to include a USB port, but they just include these tiny USB-Cs, and I don't actually use that many products with USB-Cs, so I'll have to get over it. I think they're the main sort of visual differences that I've noticed between the two laptops. Obviously with the old one, I think you could only get it in silver, whereas this one, it comes in multiple different colors. This one is a lot faster than the old one, as you'd expect. The battery seems to last longer, but it is new as well, so I don't expect anything less. The other thing that's different is the charging cord. So the charging cord for the new one is like a fabric sort of charging cord, which is really cool. I actually kind of like it. Hopefully it doesn't get dirty, but yeah, at the moment it's looking good because I haven't used it. Apparently the colors of the cord actually match the color of your laptop too, which I found pretty sick. The charging thingamajiggy also uses USB-C. So it's got two. I think it's 35 watts, and I don't know whether that means the power is reduced, but hopefully it charges super quick. Honestly, I don't actually need two because, as I mentioned, I don't really use USB-C devices or things like that, so I don't really know what I'll use the other end for. It comes with like this information thing. I don't think it came with the Apple, you know how they normally come with those Apple stickers? Yeah, they don't have those stickers anymore, so that's, you know, one thing that they're missing out on. But otherwise, yeah, I'm really happy with the product. I don't think I have any complaints. Obviously, it's not blue. It's not the M4, but even if I had the M4, I'd probably say it's still not blue because apparently it looks silver. I'd still be using this old one if, like, it could sort of do everything that I needed to. But with that rendering process, it literally would not go. It just crashed. So if it was slow, I could deal with that, but it wouldn't work at all. I'm probably going to use this for another, 10 years or maybe 15 if it lasts me. I'm pretty happy with it. The one thing that I have noticed though is it's slightly heavier than the old one, which is kind of interesting. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe my left hand is stronger than my right hand. I know not many people do have the old Intel laptops anymore, but I have noticed a big sort of jump going from the I to the M. I'm sure that anyone else that does make that jump will also notice that. If you're going from an M to an M, apparently, it's a negligible difference. So if it were me, I'm not the type to buy a laptop every year. This will probably be, an investment for a while. But yeah, thank you for listening to me rant or talk a lot about nothing, and hopefully this helps somebody. Thank you.